いつか僕らの上をすれすれに通り過ぎてったあの飛行機を不思議なくらいに覚えてる意味もないのになぜか不甲斐なくて泣いた。
Okay, so basically what I want to do here is I want to show how complex the teams can be, and the team that I finally put together after so long of not having a team or just kind of throwing together random characters and getting help from people. So let me start at the beginning. You'll see I have 2 Geo characters and 2 Pyro characters. So every party, if you have 2 of one character, will give you some benefit. So the important thing from the Pyro is 25% attack increase. This is your attack stat. Geo, when you're protected by a shield, you get increased attack damage. So this is 15% damage that you do. The damage you're doing is being increased. Now, next patch, the Geo Resonance here is going to get buffed. It's going to have an additional effect that if you're shielded and you hit someone, their Geo Resistance will decrease. And there might have been another effect too, but that's the important thing, and I'll come back to why that's important. Coming into the characters here, Zhongli currently is seen as more of a support character. His DPS is okay, but his support is much better. He's going to get buffed next patch as well, so it'll be easier to make him a DPS, but I just thought he was super sick. I'll link the trailer, you can check it out. He is super sick actually, probably the character with the most drip in this game currently, and it'll probably be that way for a long time, honestly. But anyways, have him built as a physical DPS, main DPS character. And over here I have albedo, and the reason this works is number one, because I gave him weapons and artifacts. Let me show artifacts real quick. They're basically these things that give you either a 2-piece set bonus or a 4-piece set, and there's quite a lot of artifacts in this game. I was messing things around, so don't pay attention to this right now, but you can just see this. It's usually a little bit higher, but anyways, the reason this works is because if I come out over here, this flower on the ground is albedo's ability, and this pillar is zhongli's ability. So zhongli's ability does this small AoE damage around it, as you can see, but if there's other geo objects around it, it'll make them do that AoE around it as well. The other benefit is that there's this ring, as you can see around us. This is albedo's ability. So if I hit someone, it'll do geo damage to them. As you can see there, that's how it works. So it'll do geo damage to them, which is nice because it's extra damage for free. The other nice thing over here is that these are doing damage and they're generating orbs, which works for 2 reasons. Number one, my weapon will get a bonus every time I pick up an orb, and with this, the uptime is almost 100%, so I have an extra 20% because that's how much my weapon gives right now, almost all the time. The other nice thing is that these are generating geo orbs, and that works because if Zhongli is on the field and I get a geo orb, great, it charges my super fast or my ultimate. But because it's a geo orb, albedo will get more energy from that orb than xinyan or bennet, even when they're off the field. So that's another benefit of having 2 characters of the same element on your team. As you'll see, I got the resonance over here with my pet and this idle animation. So Xinyan's role, she does a few things, right? Just a quick interruption here. I need to point out a couple things that I missed. First thing I want to mention is that her C2 makes it so that the physical damage part of her ult, which is where most of the damage of her ult comes from, has basically a guaranteed crit, and it'll give her the shield level 3. So shield level, I'll talk about it a little bit briefly, but what the levels mean is that if you get a level 3 shield, it'll pulse pyro damage, and it'll just be a stronger shield in general. So that's one thing to look out for. The next thing is over here in weapons. I have this weapon for her, which if you hit someone with her E ability, there's a 40% chance that it'll end the cooldown and you can do it again. Plus it gives you energy recharge, which will get you your ult back faster. And I just want to show at this level, this is skill damage. This is the part that is guaranteed to crit. So since I'm having her mostly as support, I can, which I haven't done yet, focus on crit damage to get, massive big numbers. So just wanted to add that in. I was lucky enough to get her constellation, not this one, although I was lucky, but hitting someone with your E ability, her skill, will decrease their physical resistance by 15%. and also anyone shielded by her ability will give them an increase of 15% physical damage. So all I do is I hit someone, now I got this shield, and as I mentioned before, Geo-Resonance mean I get the extra damages as you saw. If I hit someone with it, you know, minus 15%, plus I got the shield, an extra 15%, so quite good bit of synergy there. Lastly, Bennet, his ult creates an AoE, not quite as big as Albedo's, but he creates an AoE. Anyone in it will heal up to 70%, and they also get an attack boost based off of, you know, some other stats. So what's nice about this, I can ult with him, then I go to Xinyan, who, put these down again, go to Xinyan, her ult does a quite good bit of damage, and her ult automatically puts a shield on me. I'll switch to Albedo, his ult does good damage, but because I have a shield, it'll do extra damage, and next patch it'll decrease their damage resistance, and then switch to Zhongli, do his ult, and since they have it that minus 20% geo resist, and this is geo damage, you'll see I'm basically going to be doing 660% damage in that string of combos, let alone the extra attack increase that I'll be getting from Bennet. So an extra, you know, 200 or few hundred, couple hundred, few hundred, whatever.
Same as I remember. But where are...
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Attack. So yeah, as you'll see, this is just one party that I've put together. Plenty of people have put together a lot of different parties with a lot of different ideas. You know, they could have the same party, but it could play differently because they have, you know, different people doing the damage. And there's quite a lot of detail that you can get into when forming your parties and resonances. So that's kind of what I wanted to show with this is, like I said at the beginning of the clip, this is the team that I have, and there's quite a bit of detail that you can get into. Oh, I'll show one more example of artifacts. So his set, I have the 4-piece set. Everyone will have their attack increase by 20% after I use his ult. So again, lots of synergy going around and makes it really fun to have different characters so you can try them out. Alright, so time for a little showcase. You'll see I'm going into floor 10 Spiral Abyss here. Got the team here. It's not the best team because I think later on in this floor there might be Fatui, but I'm just going to show one part of it so you can see this team in action. Second team here, as you'll see, I got Child here, or Tartaglia. He's here because he's on the bench. He's on timeout for ruining my pity, as you might have seen in the other video. Probably didn't see it, but I'm plugging it anyway so you hear it. So yeah, let's get into this. The keyboard mashing shouldn't be too loud, but if it is, it's just something you'll have to put up with. So to keep it as neutral, I'm just going to pick this HP one so that there's no extra damage buffs, even though my Xinyan and Bennet are level 60 anyway, so it's going to be physical DPS Zhongli, who I hope I fix the artifacts on, and Albedo. So dropping this, try to get the shield off a little bit. Got the level 3 shield. Should have used a different ult first, but I'll get it back pretty fast, as you'll see in the bottom right corner. Doing the, well, getting frozen, but doing the auto cancel on the spin part. Okay, here we go again. She only has 900 attack, but she does decent damage. I interrupted my chain of thought, but the other thing I was going to say that's nice is because Albedo and Zhongli have a short cooldown, it's not that hard to reposition if you need to. I say that because Chongyun, if you build him as like a cryo carry, which is totally fine, and I did that for a bit, the problem is his E has a long cooldown, I think 15 seconds. So if the enemies move and you need to reposition, you're going to be without your damage buff that you need. So that's one thing that's a little bit frustrating to deal with, that you don't have to deal with that as much because this E is like 4 seconds This one's also like 4 seconds, so it actually matches up pretty nicely. I'm not really optimizing my alts right now, but you know, seeing some decent numbers. This is probably up, yep. And standing in the Bennet ult for the bonus damage, we saw 26k there. Isn't too impressive considering it is zhongli ult who has like massive modifiers, and I'm freezing. But okay, just a slight interruption that we ran into. But yeah, we'll just clear this up, see how long it takes. It's I think if I wasn't providing such entertaining and meaningful commentary, I could have focused a little bit more on maximizing the gameplay. But with that said, got the reset on this too. But with that said, I mean, I can do a little bit better and, you know, still have over 2 minutes left for the second half to try and get the 3-star clear. You guys have beef with this guy. So anyways, so yeah, that's going to be it for the showcase, the actual showcase. And that's also going to be it for this video. I have another team that I'm working on. And by working on, I'm trying really hard to make it work. But we'll see if it does or not. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to do more of these kind of videos because, like I said, the theory crafting, team building is what I really enjoy about this. So yeah, look forward to more of that, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.